The Chosen One Signs. Why spiritual awakening starts with 11:11. The wake-up call. The emergency signal. Stop. Do not scroll past this. If this video has found its way to your screen, this is not the algorithm. This is an arrangement. Let me ask you a question, and I am warning you, the answer might change everything you think you know about your life. In the last 24 hours, did you see it? You were sitting at your desk. You unconsciously picked up your phone, and the screen read exactly 11:11. You went to the grocery store, and the receipt stopped at $11.11. You were driving, lost in thought about your purpose, and you looked up to see a license plate, 111. Or maybe you woke up in the middle of the night, drenched in sweat, staring at your clock, 1:11 a.m. The first time you thought it was a coincidence. You smiled. Funny, you thought. The second time, it felt strange. But by the 10th time, the 100th time, when this number started hunting you everywhere, from your laptop screen to the number of likes on a post, you started to feel a shiver down your spine. You feel like someone or something is trying to knock on your door. You feel like the universe is screaming at you, but you don't speak the language. If you are nodding right now, if your heart is beating a little faster, then this video is the encrypted letter your soul has been waiting for. Why is the title of this video marked urgent? Because 11:11 is not a lucky number. Do not listen to the superficial advice online telling you to just make a wish. No. 11:11 is an emergency code. It is a siren within the matrix. It signals that a massive energy portal is opening right in front of you, and you are one of the few with the genetic frequency to walk through it. We are living in an era where a mass awakening is happening globally, but not everyone is called. Most people out there are still fast asleep. They look at 11:11 and they see nothing. They just see the time. But you see a reminder. You see a glitch. Have you ever asked yourself, why me? Why have you always felt so different? Why have you always felt like you don't belong to your family, to your friend group, or even to this planet? Why do you feel the physical pain of others as if it were your own? Why are you allergic to fake, shallow social conversations? All of it, the sensitivity, the solitude, the feeling of being an alien, and now the appearance of 11:11, they are all pieces of the same puzzle, the puzzle of your true identity. You are not crazy, you are not broken, and you are certainly not alone. You are carrying what we call the 11:11 frequency. This is the frequency of the chosen one, of the star seeds, of the light workers, of the old souls who volunteered to return to this matrix to dismantle it from the inside. In the next 60 minutes, we are not going to make small talk. We are going to perform spiritual surgery. I am going to fully decode the biology of the chosen one. Why is your nervous system designed differently? Why are you a living human lie detector? Why are you allergic to the 9-to-5 grind? And most importantly, what is the true mission you signed up for before you incarnated into this body? This is not entertainment. This is an activation. And for this activation to work, I need a confirmation from you. The universe cannot grant power to those who are still hiding or pretending to sleep. It needs a ping back. Signal confirmation. Right now, look at this screen. If you have seen 1111 in the last 48 hours, if you have always felt like the black sheep of your lineage, stop for a second. Take a deep breath and send a confirmation signal into the quantum field. Go down to the comments and write these 2 words: signal received. Do not just think it, write it. The act of writing is how you physicalize your intent. It is how you tell the universe, I have received the call. I am listening. I am ready. See how many others like you are watching this video. You will be surprised. Write signal received now, and let us begin to enter the glitch. Chapter 1. The Glitch in the Matrix. To understand 1111, you must first understand the deepest pain you have carried your entire life. The pain you never dared to tell anyone, for fear they would think you were arrogant or insane. It is the feeling of homesickness for a place you have never been. Since you were a child, you felt that something was off. You looked at your family, your parents, your siblings, and even though you loved them, you felt like you were adopted, or like you were dropped here by mistake from a mothership. They cared about very normal things: money, status, gossip, the neighbor's drama. And you sat there staring out the window, asking, why am I here? What is the point of all this? Why do humans live so unconsciously? You tried to fit in. God, you tried so hard. You tried to laugh at their dry jokes. You tried to care about the trends, the movies, the politics. You put on masks to be accepted. But deep down, you knew you were acting. You were a bad actor in the play of the Matrix. And after every social gathering, you went back to your room and felt completely drained. You felt empty. You felt like you had betrayed your soul. Society calls you introverted, highly sensitive, or a daydreamer. But they are wrong. You are not a daydreamer. You are the only one awake in a room full of sleepwalkers. That feeling of not belonging, that isolation, is the glitch. Imagine this world is a computer operating system. Let's call it Earth OS 3.0. It is an old, outdated system based on fear, competition, and survival. Most people are born with software that is perfectly compatible with Earth OS 3.0. They are happy to work, pay debts, and repeat the loop until they die. But you were born with Earth OS 5.0. Your software is too advanced for the hardware of this world. You are programmed with unconditional love, with truth, with connection. And when you try to run 5.0 software on 3.0, what happens? System failure, software conflict. You feel frozen. You feel depressed, anxious, and confused. But listen to me and let this sink into your cells. Your maladaptation is not a disease. It is proof of your identity. The universe designed you this way. The universe intentionally made you feel uncomfortable here. Why? Because if you felt comfortable in the Matrix, you would never want to break it. If you were happy with the fake, you would never seek the truth. The pain of loneliness, the pain of being different, is a safety mechanism to keep you from falling asleep. It is the anchor that holds you to your true origin. And this is where 1111 comes in. When you start to accept your difference, when you stop trying to please others and start listening to the voice within, that is when the signals start flooding in. 1111 is the matrix telling you, system overload, the shell is cracking, you are ready to see the truth. It appears aggressively when you feel most stuck or when you make life-changing decisions. It is like a tap on the shoulder from your invisible guides, saying, yes, you do not belong here, and it is time you remembered where you came from. Chapter 2. Decoding Frequency 11. But why the number 11? Why doesn't the universe use the number 7, the number of God, or the number 9, completion? Why two vertical parallel lines? To understand this, we must leave conventional mathematics and enter the world of sacred geometry and ancient wisdom. The greatest civilizations in human history knew this secret, but it has been hidden from the masses for thousands of years. Look at the shape of the number 11. Two straight lines, parallel, independent. I. What does it look like? It looks like a gateway. In the mystical tradition of Kabbalah, the architecture of the universe is built upon two massive pillars. The pillar on the left is Boaz, representing severity, matter, logic, and limitation, the 3D world. The pillar on the right is Yachin, representing mercy, spirit, intuition, and infinity, the 5D world. And the space between the two pillars is the path of the initiate. That is the number 11. You, the carrier of frequency 11, are the one standing between those two pillars. You are the bridge. This is why your life is so difficult and contradictory. One foot is planted in the material world. You still have to work, pay bills, deal with jealous, petty people. But your other foot is planted in the spiritual world. You crave deep love, truth, and metaphysical experiences. You are being stretched between two worlds. The tension you feel in your chest every day, that is not stress. That is the structural tension of being a bridge. If the bridge doesn't bear the load, how can the two shores connect? You are downloading energy from 5D and anchoring it into 3D. You are a living lightning rod. The great mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras, the father of Western numerology, called the number 11 the illuminator. He taught that 11 carries a higher vibrational frequency than any other number. It represents light piercing through darkness. It represents revelation. In Pythagoras' system, other numbers can be added together to be reduced. For example, 1 plus 2 equals 3. But 11 is a master number. It cannot be reduced. It stands alone, proud and powerful, just like you. Have you noticed that it is very hard for you to blend in with a crowd? You can be in a crowd, but you always remain partly detached. You observe, you understand, but you are not consumed by it. That is the nature of 11, standing in the world, but not of the world. Let's go even further east. In the ancient Upanishads of Hinduism, it is taught that humans have 10 sensory gates opening to the outside world: 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, mouth, etc. But there is an 11th gate. This 11th gate does not open outward. It sits between the eyebrows. It opens inward. It is the third eye, Ajna chakra. It is the gateway to the true self, Atman. When you see 1111 repeatedly, it is a sign that the 11th gate is opening. The universe is sending you an encrypted message. Stop. Do not look outside for answers anymore. The outside world is collapsing. Go through the pillars. Go inward. Those in the frequency 11 group often experience this opening naturally, but painfully. You start seeing the truth behind lies. You start seeing the real motives behind people's actions. You start having prophetic dreams. And sometimes you feel scared of your own power. You fear you are hallucinating. But I am here to validate you. It is not a hallucination. It is awakening. The two pillars are parting, and you are being invited to cross the threshold to be initiated into the school of old souls. Chapter 3: The Quantum Sensor. We have talked about history. Now, let's talk about biology. Because frequency 11 is not just a spiritual concept, it is written into your very DNA and your nervous system. One of the most distinct identifiers of the chosen one, of the one who sees 1111, is something society often labels as a weakness: high sensitivity. Have you ever been told, "You think too much, you're too sensitive," or "Don't take it so seriously"? They make you feel like your sensitivity is a flaw, a defect, and perhaps you have spent your whole life trying to toughen up. You tried to build walls to feel less. But here's the truth. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is high technology. Imagine the human body as a radio. Most people are old analog radios, only picking up a few basic channels with a lot of static. But you are a quantum satellite dish. Your nervous system is designed to pick up micro frequencies that others completely miss. We call you a quantum sensor. Let's verify this right now. Are you a human lie detector? When someone lies to you, even if their acting is perfect, their words are sweet, their face is calm, you still know. You don't know with logic, you know with your body. You feel a knot in your stomach. You feel nauseous. You feel your chest get heavy. You can hear the silence rippling between their words. Your body is reacting to the energy mismatch. Normal people only hear language. You hear frequency, and frequency cannot lie. Or recall the last time you walked into a room. No one said a word, but you wanted to turn around and run immediately. You felt the air was heavy, toxic, or fake, while others were laughing and chatting, oblivious. That is because your radar was scanning the hidden emotions, the dark intentions, the jealousy floating in the invisible space. Living with this ability is torture if you don't know how to control it. You absorb other people's energy like a sponge. You go out happy, but come home drained like you just ran a marathon, or suddenly sad or angry for no reason. That is not your emotion. That is the energetic trash of others you accidentally brought home. Energy purge. If you're feeling heavy right now, maybe you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. I want to teach you a quick technique to reset your sensors right now. Do this with me. It takes 30 seconds. Place your right hand on your upper stomach, right below the rib cage. This is your solar plexus, your center for processing emotions and foreign energy. Most of the trash you absorb accumulates here. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose. Imagine you are gathering all the anxiety, all the emotions that are not yours, all the lies you've heard. Gather them into a black ball in your stomach. And now, exhale forcefully through your mouth. Make a ha sound, and imagine shooting that black ball out of your body, dissolving into the void. Do it one more time. Inhale, gather the trash. Exhale, ha, push it out. Return it to the universe. It is not yours. Open your eyes. Do you feel lighter? Did your shoulders drop? That is the power of a quantum sensor when it knows how to operate. You don't have to suffer your sensitivity. You can use it as a compass. When you see 1111, it's the universe reminding you, check your radar. Are you absorbing or are you broadcasting? This sensitivity is the greatest gift for your mission because you cannot heal the world if you cannot feel the world. But to do that, you must survive the rejection of the matrix, and that is what we will discuss next. Chapter 4: The Synchronicity Phenomenon. So, we have established that you are a quantum sensor. But one question remains nagging at the back of your mind. Why now? Why did 1111 start appearing now? Why didn't you see it 5 years ago? Or why did it suddenly stop and now it's back with a vengeance? To answer this, we need to look at the intersection of neuroscience and quantum mechanics. First, let's talk about your brain. There is a part of your brainstem called the reticular activating system, RAS. This is the bouncer of your consciousness. Your eyes and ears receive millions of bits of data every second. If your conscious mind had to process all of it, your brain would fry instantly. So the RAS acts as a filter. It deletes 99% of reality and only lets in what it deems important to your survival or your beliefs. For most of your life, your RAS was programmed by the matrix. It was programmed to look for danger, for scarcity, for social approval. So, even though 1111 was always there, you were blind to it. Your filter deleted it. But recently, something shifted in your software. Maybe you went through a painful breakup. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you had a dark night of the soul where you questioned everything. In that moment of pain, your old programming cracked, and your soul, your higher self, hacked into the system. It reprogrammed your RAS. It told your brain, new priority, look for the truth, look for the code. So when you see 1111 everywhere, it is biological proof that your brain is rewiring itself. You are literally seeing a different version of reality than the people around you. You are tuning in to a new radio station. But there is a deeper metaphysical reason. It is called alignment. In quantum physics, the observer affects the observed. When your internal state, your thoughts, emotions, and vibration matches a specific external reality, a click happens. Synchronicity. Carl Jung described synchronicity as an acausal connecting principle, meaning two events happen at the same time, not because one caused the other, but because they share the same meaning. Think of 1111 as the wink of the universe. Imagine you're walking through a dark forest, your life. You are unsure if you're on the right path. You feel lost. Suddenly, you look up, and a firefly lights up directly in front of your face. That is 1111. It appears exactly when your thoughts are aligned with your soul's path. Or, and this is crucial, it appears exactly when you need to correct your path. The check-in. I want you to try this the next time you see the numbers. Most people see 1111 and make a generic wish. I wish for $1 million. No, that is a waste of a signal. The next time you see 1111, stop immediately. Freeze. Ask yourself one question. What was I thinking exactly 1 second ago? If you were thinking about starting a new business, 1111 is a yes, go for it. If you were thinking about calling an ex-lover and you see 1111, it might be a warning. It's the universe saying, pay attention, or you sure you want to repeat that cycle. Use the numbers as a feedback loop. It's a real-time conversation with the matrix. Stop treating it like magic. Treat it like data. When the synchronicities accelerate, when you see 1111, then 222, then 444, all in the same day, brace yourself. It means the buffer time between your thoughts and reality is collapsing. Manifestation is becoming instant. You are entering the 0-point field. And in this field, you cannot afford to be fake anymore. Which brings us to the next symptom, the rejection of your old life. Chapter 5. The Matrix Rejection. As your frequency rises, you will begin to develop a severe allergic reaction, not to pollen or food, but to the matrix lifestyle. This is perhaps the most painful symptom of the frequency 11 activation, the career crisis. Many of you watching this are struggling with your jobs right now. You wake up on Monday morning with a heavy feeling of dread in your chest. You sit in your cubicle or stand at your station, and you look around at the fluorescent lights, the fake smiles, the endless meetings about things that do not matter, and you feel like your soul is slowly dying. You try to tell yourself, be grateful, it's a good paycheck, it's stable. But your body disagrees. You get headaches at work. You get exhausted by 2 p.m. You feel a deep, gnawing emptiness that no amount of coffee can fix. Why is this happening? Because the chosen one cannot do survival work forever. The matrix economy is built on survival work, doing things you hate to buy things you don't need, to impress people you don't like. It is energy vampirism. But your DNA is encoded for soul work. You are a creator. You are a healer. You are a visionary. When you force a high-frequency being, you, into a low-frequency box, a soul-sucking job, the result is spiritual sickness. It is not that you are lazy. I know you. When you are passionate about something, you can work for 18 hours straight and forget to eat. You have infinite energy for things that matter, but you have zero energy for things that are fake. This allergy to the 9 to 5 is not a character flaw. It is a failsafe. It is your higher self cutting the fuel line to your old life, so you are forced to build a new one. You might be feeling the urge to quit, to run away, to start a garden, to write a book, to help people. That urge is not a fantasy. It is a memory of your mission. I know it is scary. I know you have bills to pay. But you must understand, the universe will not support you in a lie, but it will support you endlessly in your truth. You don't have to quit today, but you must decide today. Are you ready to stop building someone else's dream and start building your own? Are you ready to transition from survival to purpose? If you are tired of the fake life, write this affirmation in the comments to signal your readiness. I am ready for my mission. By writing this, you are telling the universe, I am open to new opportunities. Show me the way out of this cage. Once you declare this, watch what happens. Doors will open. But be warned, when you start walking your path, you might have to walk alone for a while, because the people closest to you might not understand. Chapter 6: The Black Sheep Syndrome. Now we must touch upon the deepest wound, the wound that bleeds the most: family. If you are seeing 1111, there is a 99% chance that you are the black sheep of your family. You have always been the odd one out. Your family might love you, but they don't get you. They worry about you. They try to fix you. Why can't you just be normal? Why don't you get a real job? Why are you so difficult? Every family gathering feels like a battlefield where you have to defend your identity. Or worse, you just shut down and stay silent to keep the peace. But I want you to reframe this label today. You are not a black sheep. You are a cycle breaker. In every lineage, trauma and karma are passed down like a genetic disease. Addiction, poverty mindset, abuse, silence, fear. It gets passed from grandfather to father, from mother to daughter, an endless chain of unconscious pain, until you were born. Your soul volunteered to be born into this specific family because it was heavy. You volunteered to catch the virus of your ancestry so you could create the antibody. The reason you trigger them so much is that you hold up a mirror to their unhealed trauma. Your light exposes their shadows, and people do not like having their shadows exposed. So they attack you, or they ostracize you. It hurts. I know it hurts. You want their validation. You want them to wake up with you. But you must accept a hard truth. You cannot wake people up who want to stay asleep. And you certainly cannot wake them up by shaking them. Your mission is not to change your family. Your mission is to heal yourself. When you heal the trauma in your own body, thanks to the laws of quantum entanglement and epigenetics, you are actually healing the timeline backwards and forwards. You are healing your ancestors, and you are protecting your future children from inheriting the same pain. So wear the title of Black Sheep with pride. It means you are the one who finally said, "It ends with me." It means you are the strongest one in the bloodline. This realization often leads to a necessary but painful phase, a phase where you must step away from the tribe to find yourself. Chapter 7: The Isolation Phase. As you accept your role as a cycle breaker and a frequency 11 carrier, you will likely enter a period of extreme isolation. Your phone stops ringing. Friends you have known for years suddenly drift away. You get invited to fewer parties. You feel an intense urge to be alone, to stay in your room, to disconnect from the world. At first, this feels like a punishment. You think, What is wrong with me? Why is everyone leaving me? Am I unlovable? The ego hates isolation. The ego craves validation. But from the perspective of the soul, this is not isolation. This is the cocoon. Think about the caterpillar. Before it can become a butterfly, it must wrap itself in a cocoon. Inside that cocoon, the caterpillar literally dissolves. It turns into goo. It completely loses its old identity before it can reconstruct itself into a higher form. If you ripped open the cocoon prematurely, the butterfly would die. It needs the darkness. It needs the containment. The universe is isolating you right now for your own protection. You are undergoing a massive energetic surgery. Your DNA is upgrading. Your perception is expanding. If you were surrounded by the noise, drama, and low vibrations of your old friends during this delicate process, it would damage you. It would halt your transformation. So the universe clears the room. It removes the distractions. It creates a void around you. This void is not empty. It is filled with potential. It is in this silence that you finally hear your own voice. It is in this solitude that you develop the strength of a lion who does not need the validation of sheep to know its power. Do not fear the silence. Embrace it. Stop chasing people who are vibrating at the level of your past. Let them go with love. Trust that space is being cleared for your soul tribe. Because once you emerge from this cocoon, once your wings are dry, you will attract a new tribe. People who don't just tolerate you, but celebrate you. People who speak your language. But until then, be your own best friend. Be your own sanctuary. The 1111 is a reminder you are never truly alone. The entire universe is walking beside you in the invisible realm. Chapter 8. The Mission Profiles. Now that you understand the pain, the isolation, and the glitch, the final question remains. The question that keeps you awake at 3 a.m. What am I supposed to do? If I am a chosen one, if I carry the 1111 frequency, what is my job? Do I need to quit my job and become a monk? Do I need to start a YouTube channel? Do I need to move to the mountains? The Matrix has lied to you about purpose. The Matrix taught you that your purpose is a job title. It told you that you are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or a driver. But those are just costumes. Those are just roles you play in the 3D simulation. Your mission is not what you do. Your mission is what you are. When you see 1111, the universe is activating your soul archetype. While every chosen one is unique, most of you fall into one of 4 primary mission profiles. Listen closely. Which one resonates with your bones? Profile 1, the transmuter, the healer. You are the one who walks into a room full of anger, and without saying a word, the room calms down. People constantly tell you their deepest secrets, even strangers on a bus. Your mission is alchemical. You are here to absorb darkness and transmute it into light within your own body. You are the filtration system of humanity. You don't need to do healing. Your presence is the medicine. Just by existing, You heal the timeline of your family and your community. Profile 2. The creator, the visionary. You are obsessed with bringing ideas from the ether into matter. Artists, writers, musicians, coders, architects. You see things that don't exist yet, and you feel a burning pain until you birth them into reality. Your mission is download. You are an antenna for 5D consciousness. You are here to build the structures of the new earth. When you create art, you are not just entertaining, you are encoding high-frequency codes into physical objects to wake others up. Profile 3. The way shower, the teacher, the speaker, the lighthouse. You have gone through hell and back. You have suffered immense trauma, addiction, or loss. Why? So you could draw the map for others. Your mission is demonstration. You are here to show others, look, I survived the darkness. I found the way out. Follow me. You lead by example. Your life is your teaching. Profile 4. The grid worker, the anchor. This is the most hidden, yet most crucial role. You might live a very quiet, normal life. You might work in a grocery store or a library. You don't seek fame, but you are a human acupuncture needle. The universe places you in specific locations, sometimes difficult locations, to hold the light. You are the anchors, the stabilizers. Without you, the chaos of the transition would be unbearable. Do you see yourself in these profiles? Perhaps you are a hybrid of 2 or 3, but realize this, you are already doing it. You don't need to find your mission. You have been doing it since you were born. The 1111 is just the universe saying, we see you. You are doing a great job. Keep holding the frequency. Stop judging your life by the standards of the matrix. They measure success by money and status. We measure success by vibration. If you can hold love in your heart while the world is falling apart, you are the most successful person on earth. Mission acceptance. I want you to claim your archetype right now. Do not be shy. Do not play small. The world needs you to own your power. Close your eyes for a second and ask your higher self, what am I? Are you a healer, a creator, a guide, an anchor? Now open your eyes and declare it to the matrix. Write in the comments, I am a... Insert your archetype. Example, I am a healer, or I am a creator. When you write this, you are putting on your spiritual uniform. You are clocking in for duty. And once you accept your mission, your body will begin to change to support that mission. This brings us to the physical symptoms.
Chapter 9. The Energy Upgrade. The Body Rewiring. As you accept your mission and align with the 1111 frequency, something strange will start to happen to your physical vessel. Many of you are experiencing this right now, and you are terrified. You think you are sick. You go to doctors and they tell you there is nothing wrong with you. It's just stress. But you know it's not stress. It feels like electricity. This is the energy upgrade. You cannot run 5D software on 3D hardware without a system update. Your carbon-based DNA is mutating into crystalline-based structures to hold more light. This process is intense. It is physically demanding. Here are the most common signs that your body is syncing with 1111. If you have these, do not panic, celebrate. Symptom 1. The ringing in the ears. This is the most common sign. Suddenly, you hear a high-pitched frequency, a tone, a beep, or a rushing wind sound. It is not tinnitus, though always check with a doctor to be safe. In the spiritual community, we call this the download. You are literally picking up higher frequencies. Someone from the other side is trying to tune your radio. When you hear this ringing, stop. Listen to it. It is information being encoded into your subconscious. Symptom 2. The 3 a.m. club. Do you wake up between 3 and 4 a.m. every single night and you feel wide awake? This is the witching hour or the divine hour. The veil between dimensions is thinnest at this time. The universe wakes you up because the world is quiet and it wants to talk to you. Don't fight it. Don't look at your phone. Meditate, write, receive. Symptom 3. Extreme exhaustion versus energy bursts. Some days you can't get out of bed. Your bones ache. You feel like you weigh 1,000 pounds. This is integration mode. Your body is doing deep repair work. Respect the rest. Other days, you have so much energy you feel like you could run through a wall. You don't need sleep. This is action mode. Use it. Symptom 4. Changes in diet and friends. Suddenly, you can't eat meat anymore, or you can't drink alcohol. It tastes like poison to you. Suddenly, you can't tolerate violent movies or loud music. Your vibration is rising, and your body is rejecting anything that is heavy or dense. Listen to your body. It is becoming a temple. Symptom 5. Dizziness and vertigo. You feel ungrounded. You feel like you are floating or walking on a boat. This is because you are literally shifting between timelines. Your consciousness is loosening its grip on this specific reality. If you are experiencing these, I want to validate you. You are not dying. You are transforming. You are like the caterpillar turning into goo inside the cocoon. It is messy, it is uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Treat your body with extreme kindness right now. Drink more water. Water conducts energy. You need to be hydrated to process the upgrade. Spend time in nature. The earth will balance your excess voltage. And most importantly, stop worrying. The pain is just the shell breaking so the wings can emerge. Chapter 10. How to Respond. The 1111 Protocol. We have covered the signs, the biology, the mission, and the symptoms. Now, let's get practical. What exactly should you do when you see 1111? Most people waste this moment. They see it, they say cool, and they go back to scrolling on Instagram. They miss the portal. Remember, 1111 is a touch point. It is a momentary opening in the fabric of space-time where your manifestation power is amplified by 100x. It only lasts for 60 seconds. You need a protocol, a ritual. I am going to give you the Chosen One's protocol. Use this every single time you see the numbers. Step 1. Stop. Pattern interrupt. Whatever you are doing, stop. If you are walking, stop. If you are typing, stop. If you are arguing, stop.
physically freeze your body. This signals to your brain that something important is happening. It breaks the autopilot loop of the matrix. Step 2. Breathe. The connection. Take one massive, deep breath into your heart. Imagine you are breathing in light from the portal. This connects your nervous system, 3D, to the quantum field, 5D. Step 3. Observe the data. Ask yourself, what was I thinking right before I saw this? Or, how am I feeling right now? Capture the data. Is it a confirmation, or is it a warning? Become the observer of your own mind. Step 4. Affirm the command. Do not beg, do not wish, command. Use the portal to stamp a new timeline into existence. Say internally or out loud, I am aligned. I am on the right path. Everything is working out for me. Thank you. Feel the gratitude as if it is already done, and then release it. Go back to your day. The breathing ritual. Let's practice this right now. We are going to simulate an 1111 portal. I want to anchor this into your muscle memory so you do it automatically next time. Sit up straight. Imagine a giant clock in front of you turning to 1111. Stop. Freeze your body. Breathe. Take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Feel the light entering your crown. Observe. Notice how you feel right now. You are calm. You are connected. You are safe. Affirm. Repeat after me in your mind. I am the chosen one. I accept my mission. I am awake. Exhale, release. Good. You have just programmed your avatar. From now on, 1111 is not just a number. It is your trigger. It is your power-up button. Every time you see it, you are adding a brick to your new Earth.
The final confirmation. We have traveled far in this transmission, from the glitch in the matrix to the ancient pillars of the temple, from the biology of your nervous system to the cosmic blueprint of your soul. If you have watched until this very second, let this be the final proof you needed. The algorithm did not bring you here. Your vibration brought you here. You are not crazy for feeling different. You are not broken for being sensitive. You are not lost for being lonely. You are a system buster. You are a frequency holder. You are the vanguard of the new Earth. The world is going through a massive transition. The old structures are crumbling. The old systems of fear and control are falling apart. Look around you. It is chaos out there. But you were built for this. You were trained for this in the lifetimes before this one. You agreed to come here, to forget who you were, to suffer the density of the 3D world, just so you could wake up at this precise moment and be the light for others. The 1111 is your wake-up call. The phone is ringing. Will you answer it? You don't need to save the world. You just need to save yourself from the illusion. When you wake up the world around you. When you heal your lineage. When you shine, you give others permission to shine. So walk tall. Stop hiding your magic. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. You are the chosen one. Wear that title not with ego, but with responsibility.
The portal is open. The codes are downloaded. The mission is active.
The final seal. We're going to seal this activation with a final decree. This is the most important comment you will ever write. It is your signature on the contract of your destiny. I want you to summon every ounce of belief in your body. I want you to type this into the digital ether so it echoes through the servers of the matrix forever. I am the chosen one. I am awake. Write it. Claim it. Be it. Look at the comments. Look at your tribe. You are not alone. We are legion. Now you know who you are, but do you know how to use your power? Do you know that you can physically jump between timelines? Do you know that you can fix the mistakes of your past and jump to a future where you are already wealthy, healthy, and free? The rabbit hole goes deeper, much deeper. In the next transmission, I am going to hand you the manual for the universe's most powerful tool, quantum jumping. We are going to bend time. Click the video on your screen. I will see you on the other side. 11:11.